January 18th, Friday after lunch. Got several things that need to be done. It's supposed to rain tonight, and then we're supposed to get the Arctic blast. I don't think it's going to be as bad as they first said it was going to be, but they're still saying in the teens wind chill and stuff like that. So I'll move this tractor out of the way. This is 7220. I'm going to get the wheel loader. I got to clean up some mineral stuff, some pallets and things over in the commodity barn, and then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to scrape this dirt into a pile. This is just where all the hay bales have been unwrapped and stuff like that. So it's kind of built up, and then I'm going to take that dirt and I'm going to put it around some water troughs that the dirt's eroded away. I'm just going to put that dirt on where the pipe is so it doesn't freeze. Just going to pull this up out of the way, right over here. Let me get a little closer. You can see it's just got some dirt and some hay built up right there. I'm just going to kind of scrape it off. Make a little pile, nothing big. And that'll also help water running from over here and run this way instead of running right along the edge of the road. And kind of making this a bit of a washout a little bit. We need to get like 20 loads of rock as soon as we can, as soon as it gets dried up. I got some big potholes to fill in. Got a little drop-off ditch on the slab on the commodity barn that's getting pretty annoying. Need some rock on the driveway in the back of the feed lane, stuff like that. So let's do what we can do right now. Oh, if you notice, I shaved the beard and I cut my hair. Which my hair wasn't long, but it was getting kind of shaggy and it was getting annoying. But it seems like lately whatever can go wrong has been going wrong, so make a change to get things back on track. I'm not superstitious, it's just see if it works or not. This morning I did drop my breakfast out of the tractor though. The lid fell off and it fell in the dirt, so far it hasn't worked. We gotta go over here and get in the barn and do some work real quick. Dad just pulled up, so we'll do that first. A list of pulsators that need to be worked on. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 14. What? So if we do the door, we'll try to blow the pipe later. It's number 1 and number 2. Is that it for this side? Yeah. She already did 3 and 4, right? Or 3 and 13? Yeah. I think this side's 12 and 15. Yeah, 12 and 15. 15, 14, 13. Hey! Okay, one more to take off. Okay, I'm gonna take these out to the back of his truck and then work on them. So this is a double 15 parallel. Used to have a double 8 herringbone, but remodeled this in 2009.
Do all the hard work.
Did you already grab the Allen wrenches?
No. You have the Allen wrench.
Right there.
Got it. Over here.
Okay. You got it?
Yeah.
Úchale. Sí. Now get in the middle. So when I get in the middle. See. Done? It'll just help the north wind from going up in the barn, freezing everybody to death. So we put 5 kits in those, or we put kits in those 5 pulsators, and then we put the 2 pieces of plywood up just to block the wind from coming around the back of the building, back of the barn. It's almost milking time. It started drizzling, so now we're gonna do that dirt. Really need to get the windows washed off so I can see. Do that here in a second. Okay, I'm just gonna try to make a little pile of sand or dirt to go around them water troughs. Slippery. It's probably gonna be good enough. I just can't get enough traction now that it started drizzling while we were working in the barn. On the camera, but it's starting to do a little more than drizzle. Buckets were left out. Some of them still have caffeine in them. We're going to pull over in this whole barn and park it. And I need to use this tractor to get the calf that was born this morning. So I pulled her off the feed lane and left her on the side of the barn there. So we'll go grab the calf, get them put up. Bull. I'm not really sure what's going on, but it sounds like there's only going to be 2 of us this afternoon doing all the work until my wife gets here to feed calves, so I don't know. In the previous video I said we need like 4 or 5 guys to get everything done. It sounds like it's going to be me and my dad. I don't normally put calves up. That's my old brother's job. So I'm missing a pole. Find a pole. Found a missing pole. About 15 houses down. Okay, we'll get this bucket washed out real fast. This isn't going to be a real big scrub because I don't have time. I just got to get all that feed dust off the window so I can see, and get the dirt out of the bucket because I don't want it in the feed. So that's good enough. We can go park this now. We just started milking. It's a little after 4 o'clock. So we got them water troughs covered up, and then now we're gonna set up silage bales. So he's gonna drive the tractor for me, and I'll just put the plastic off real quick. Do it 10 times faster. Getting ready to slice bales here. That was my dad that was driving the tractor while I was cutting the plastic off, just trying to help me gain some time. But anyway, about to slice now. I was going to tell you a story about this bale slicer. we used to, when we would set out round bales, we used to take the forks and then kind of peel them off. You know, set them down, peel the top of them off, and then kind of bust them up a little bit with the loader. Actually probably with this tractor. And it was really hard on the tractor, and it was you know, it was hard to get your right amount of weight to put in the feed wagon. You know, for however many pounds you wanted. It was just a little more difficult because you still had about a half a bale to 3/4 of a bale that was whole. And then so the other problem is when you would dump that into the wagon, which at the time we had a Supreme 700. When you would dump that into the wagon, the core of the bale, or you know, the 30 to 40 inch tall bale, would land on top of the screw, and then actually we kind of bent the top of the screws down a little bit from them bales landing in there, and just, you know, just dropping them in, bent the top of the screws. And then also, if you look back in a previous video when we were working on the feed wagon, you see those knife blades, which that wagon that we were working on was a Schuler. It's our newer wagon. Underneath those knife blades is like a backing that's a 1/2 inch thick or so, somewhere in there. Anyway, every now and then we would drop a bale in, and then you would find later in the feed troughs or wherever you're putting out feed, you would find a half of that backing. So when the bales were coming in and landing in on top of the screw, and if they caught the knife just right, it would hit it with so much force that it would break that 1/2 inch thick metal backing and snap it in half. And then we were just sick of just, you know, sitting here trying to bust those bales up good enough to where you could get the proper weight and where it wasn't messing the wagon up, you know, all kinds of stuff like that. We tried one of those unrollers. Just had a guy come by and we demoed it for about a month, but it was just a little bit of a pain in the butt. So then I had seen on YouTube a bale slicer. It wasn't this one, it was a different brand. It actually came down from the top and cut the bale in half, if I remember right. I don't remember what brand it was, but anyway, I showed that to my dad, and he's like, "Oh man, we need to get one of them." And then I was like, "Yeah." And then so I just started searching on YouTube bale slicers, and I found this Kel-Tec. And then after that, you know, we decided, oh yeah, that's the one we need. We need to find one. We found a dealer, or Googled Kel-Tec bale slicer. Found a dealer actually in Missouri. I talked to that guy, and he knew all about it and everything like that. And then but kept Googling, and found a dealer in Sulphur Springs, Texas. That when we called him, he didn't even know he was a dealer of this. But he found it for us and got it in. It probably took 2 or 3 weeks, if I remember right, to get it. And it actually has a sticker on it from Missouri, so I guess he just ended up calling that dealer that I first talked to and went and got it from him. But anyway, I mean, that's kind of an odd story. You find something on YouTube that you like, and you know, I guess that's something it's pretty neat, I guess. But anyway, so we're gonna get the rest of these bales sliced, and so my wife's over there getting bottles ready, and we're done slicing. I'm just walking over to the loader. I'm gonna push that silage up so I don't have to worry about it in the morning when I'm half asleep. But I'm gonna try to video as much as I can of getting the bottles ready and putting them out. She basically told me that if she ends up on YouTube, that I'm a dead man. So she may actually go with through with her threat that she always threatens me with by putting poison in my food. So we'll try to keep her off YouTube as much as we can. I don't really think she'd poison my food, but I don't want to push my luck. So when I was walking by, I had the GoPro on my hand and she was sitting there going like that, so I don't know. She likes me. She feeds calves. She's had as many as 23 hand feeders in one day, and that was actually last season. And the guy that was helping her feed calves didn't show up that day, so she started at like 8 o'clock in the morning and didn't finish till 1 when the rest of us could get freed up to go help her. I think she likes me. I don't think she would do that for just anybody. So anyway, and she's had as many as 15 or so this year that, you know, that don't know how to eat out of the hole yet by themselves, or, you know, newborns. And she does pretty good. If the videos stop showing up for at least, give me 3 days. If you don't get a new video in 3 days after this one, somebody needs to call the cops. This bottle trailer holds 200 bottles. This manifold fills up 6 at a time. We got one hole closed off, so we do 5 and 5. Right now there's like 178 on the bottle, so